She took a little red and mixed it with a little blue and created a purple. Then she took a little yellow and mixed it
with green.
With a little green, creating a spring green. And that was her orgasmic experience that she was gifting to her partner. You too can become an orgasmic artist. Hi, I'm Jaya.
And I'm Ian.
And we've been doing a 52-week YouTube sex life makeover challenge.
Ooh.
If you haven't checked out our other videos, please go check them out because there's a lot of wealth of information. This series specifically has been focusing on possibility. What is erotically possible? What kind of orgasmic possibilities exist out there?
What kind of orgasms? How can you live in an orgasmic state 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year?
Sounds good to me.
Yes.
And we're going to talk today about blended orgasm. So how can we paint a little red orgasm with a little blue orgasm and create a purple orgasm?
You might be a little confused if you're just checking into this video now. So it'd be good to check out this little series, this part of the 52-week challenge, and really good to go back and check out the first series, which is on the erotic blueprints, and even better to go take the quiz at MissJaya.com to find out what erotic blueprint you are.
So one of the things that I really love when it comes to blended orgasms are energetic mixed with clitoral orgasms. This one is one of my favorites where I'm having like the rolling, shaking, and it just keeps happening over and over again. And I had one of those last evening, which was really awesome. And that's fun. So what's one of your blended favorites?
I like to have the extended energetic orgasm. So it's a full body orgasm and it's the energetic orgasm mixed together. So it's kind of ethereal, and I'm more of a...
It's really hard to describe these things.
Yeah, so it's this energetic tingly. I feel very connected to Jaya and her energy, and often we're kind of doing that creatic thing together. And it's the extended orgasm comes from withholding orgasm over and over and over again by using certain breath techniques.
So he's doing ejaculation control that spin him over into it. Yeah?
Yes.
Another one of my favorites is when I have a cathartic orgasm. This is when I'm crying and deeply releasing emotion. And I'm experiencing like G-spot or clitoral orgasm. It's actually usually during intercourse. So it's like intercourse G-spot orgasm that's happening while I'm in an emotional catharsis. That's one of my favorites.
Another favorite for me would be the psychologically kinky ejaculatory. So I've got a psychological orgasm going on, a lot of fantasy state going on in my head, and I have the actual ejaculatory orgasm.
Yeah, you like the sexual mixed with the kinky in that moment.
Yes, I do.
So what is a blended orgasm? Basically, it's when we have one kind of orgasm. It could be a clitoral orgasm mixed with a G-spot orgasm. So that would be like two sexual types. We've been talking about these different blueprints. So we have these different kinds of orgasms that we can start combining with one another. How do we do that? Well, clitoral and G-spot could be just doing an upstroke on the clitoris and a downstroke on the G-spot like this. That's a nice one. And then that can help roll into. I think one of the most important things with all of this is being persistent and not giving up hope. I think that you have to be in a mindset when it comes to combined orgasms or any kind of orgasm, because maybe you've never even had an orgasm before. But you have to be in a mindset of possibility and hope and in a mindset of persistence. Don't give up. If you try it once, you try a technique once, you learn something once, and it doesn't work at first, don't give up. Go. Keep being persistent. Keep trying it. Maybe you need to stick with it for an hour before you roll into that orgasm.
And I would add be playful, because this can get really serious sometimes, especially if you're somebody who has not experienced an orgasm, and it becomes a very serious thing for you. Like, why can other people access this pleasure and it seems to be a closed door for me? So keeping some levity, keeping some play while you're being persistent, so that the pressure doesn't become a pressure cooker, and you can keep finding new pathways as opposed to be getting thrown off the path and disheartened by failure. It's not failure. Everything is just a new piece of information. So you tried something, it didn't work, and maybe it will work in the future. So you don't even need to take it completely off the table, but it's just a piece of information of like, well, that's not working. What else can we try?
Awesome. I love this troubleshooting. So I want to go a little deeper with it, which is really noticing, because we all have the plumbing. So we all can have these possibilities. But what I'd say holds us back is the shame, is our inability to actually be in our body. And we just don't have education on how to do it. And so what happens, what I see happen for a lot of people who have difficulty going into these places, is that they go, I don't know how, I don't know how, I don't know how, I don't know. Just drop the I don't know how. Go find out how, or just to have an experience. Like, just be in an experience instead of worrying about how I can't get there, it's taking so long. All that stuff is actually preventing you. So you got to be in your body to really have these types of experiences. And I think that that's one place to start. So, and then the other thing is just like, you're not broken, you're not bad, you're not wrong if you're not experiencing them, and you don't have to want to experience them. But if you want to experience them, then it's about learning. I learned how to female ejaculate. It took me a year, and I learned how to do it. So
I learned how to become multi-orgasmic. I learned how I was always pretty good at ejaculation control, but I've become really good at it. And that's opened up all sorts of other orgasmic states for me that this lovely woman has turned me on to.
yay!
So come join us over at MissJaiya.com. Take that quiz for your erotic blueprint. That's one major key to just the keys to the kingdom, as I say. And take the quiz, find out what you are, and go check out this series. We've got a 52-week series. We're somewhere getting towards the middle of it, and it's chock full of awesome information, and we just keep bringing it.
All right, join us next time, and until then,
Fill your life with pleasure.